Hi, I'm Rachel Katz. I'm a physical therapist and a specialist in traumatic stress, and we're going to work today on a little exercise that may help you to feel a little bit better in terms of perhaps what's going on in your mind, in your thoughts and beliefs, as well as what you're feeling in your body. When a person's been exposed to very difficult life circumstances, they can develop over time a lot of different coping strategies. If when a person's young, they are exposed to a lot of difficult situations where they can't get to a place where they really get to settle back down again on a regular basis, then they have a lot of distress in their bodies for an ongoing period of time, and they disconnect from their bodies. And that's a wonderful coping strategy when there's so much distress that you can't process in the body. Then perhaps as a grown-up, you're working to feel better and to decrease the amount of stress. I say some people, their duffel bag of stress is popping the zipper, and they need to unload some of the stress so that they can manage the total accumulation. There are a number of different therapeutic routes for working with stress. There are a lot of different methods of strategies from the head to help manage beliefs and emotions and situations. And then there are also a lot of exercises that are guided, they're focused on the body, like yoga and meditation, and just going to the gym and pump and iron is another way. So what I want to do today is give you another strategy that may be helpful for you to help you become more in touch with your body in a positive way, or at the very least a neutral way that helps you to feel better. What we're going to do is we're going to do a walking meditation. Most of us have to walk sometime during the day. And I'm going to start with this in as basic as I can be, and feel free to make it more basic if you need to. When a person is confronted with overloading information, it isn't absorbed very well, and it can be even more deregulating for them. So what we're trying to do is have something that's so simple that it actually produces an increase in relative calm. So if you're buzzing, or upset or stressed, if you can get that to come down just a teeny little bit, that's beneficial. Even if it goes back up again, the idea is to keep giving your body things that help it to calm down. With a calmer body, people tend to have a calmer mind. With a calmer mind, people tend to have a calmer body. So it goes both ways. Okay, so we're going to begin, and I'm going to change my focus here. Now we're going to start again with this walking exercise. The idea is to have it so simple that it's not stressful for you to do it. If it is too simple and simplistic, your brain won't be very interested in it. So I'm going to give you a range of complexity to this exercise. It can go from very, very simple, which can be tough enough for some of us, to quite complex, which can be stimulating and calming and helpful for somebody who that's a better fit for. So let's begin with very, very simple. And first, just notice that you're standing. There's a lot of brain hardwiring that definitely keeps you informed that you are standing versus lying down versus sitting. Even with somebody who has quite a bit of disconnection from the body, this basic information typically does come through, and a person can actually register, yeah, I'm standing up. Okay, so register that. I'm standing. Now, I'm going to do the beginning of this walking exercise, and I get into motion. You don't have to keep pivoting around, but I'm trying to stay in my camera in my office. So you're walking. And what I want you to begin to notice is the left foot leads. Now my left foot leads. My left foot is leading. Left. Separate of that, you can start to begin to notice. You could take a turn with the left leg, and then you could take a turn with the right leg. So then you could go right, 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 right. You can walk faster than I'm walking, of course. I'm in a small space. A progression would be to just notice your right arm. So I'm moving across the room here and I say, oh, there's my right arm going. It's moving. Right arm, right arm. Now, for some people, when they're in a very distressed state, the upper body can get kind of tight, and you may not have very much movement in the arms as you walk. So if that's the case, you can see if it's helpful for you or not. At some point, as you become a more movable bodied person, you might pick up those cues. Next, we're going to begin a pattern of changing from right to left. And it goes like this. It goes right, left, right side, left side, right side, left side. Right side's moving, left side's moving. And so you can go back and forth, back and forth. Typically, people notice that they're aware of the leg as it's moving out in front. And another way that you could play with this information, still on a pretty basic level, if it suits you, is to notice when the leg is moving sort of into the push-off position versus the reach forward position. So then I might say to myself as I'm walking, right leg, even though my left one's going forward. I might say to myself that there's my right leg, I'm standing on it, I'm balancing on it as I step forward. So I might say to myself as I'm walking along, right, left, right. So I'm picking up a different part of the whole experience of walking. Let's stop with just that basic amount of information here. One other little variation is that if it's too hard to alternate between right and left with each step, then what you can do is go for the right leg for a little bit and then transfer to the left leg for a little bit, however many number of steps until you can go to the right again. And that's another way to take a very basic body awareness skill and adapt it to what works for you. Okay, so we're going to end with that, and then you can look at some more advanced ways of doing this exercise in our next clip.